Hello, 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 yes, zu-wii-mama is back, and yet again we got another mob tutorial, and as you can see by the thumbnail, we are doing the wither skeleton. And just while we're making our way there, that's the iron golem, so I've actually finished that one off, and the video will be coming shortly, so bear with on that one. And also, while we're making our way down there, as you can see the spider as well, I've had a few requests to make the spider. As you know, this has been set out in my world for a while, but I'm not sure on the colours, because that's the best sort of interpretation of the colours I can find. So if you do want to see that, it does look a little bit browner than it should, but nevertheless, if you do want me to make that one with those colours, let me know, because I will do it. As you know, I've been doing a few live streams recently, so the videos have not been coming out as quick as I would like, but nevertheless it's been great because I've been doing live streams like I said, and to chat to some of you guys has been absolutely great. So yeah, I'll be doing a little bit more of that obviously in the future. And here we go, the wither skeleton, we're actually there. Look at that, I've actually made him a bit taller than the villager, as you can see, and yeah, he turned out alright actually, didn't too bad. But let's get down to the colours, I think, shall we? So kicking things off with 273 black wool, I couldn't spit my words out then, could I? 78 cyan terracotta, some of these numbers might not be exact, so I do apologise in advance. 73 grey wool, and because it's a lot of blocks for me to count, as you can imagine. 157 grey concrete, and the last but not least is the black concrete at 65, so that's your blocks that you're going to need. Okay, so this time around, we're going to do the tutorial a little bit differently. I'm just going to sort of waffle on a little bit while you're copying what I'm doing on screen. So the thing is, you can clearly see what blocks I'm using, and it tells you across the toolbar there as I'm selecting them. And not only that, once we get to the pause section, and if you are a new around here, if you don't understand what I mean, the pause section is a section of the video where I prompt to pause the video, and you can actually copy the patterns down, and then sort of once you copy the pattern down, move on to the next section. So it's really simple and really straightforward, and I've also put a grid across it as well, so you can actually see how many blocks that you need of the relevant block, really. So yeah, it makes it a little bit easier. So if you don't want to follow along at this point in time now, because I'm not really going too fast actually, I'm actually going at a fair speed, but I'll leave that up to you. What you want to do now is have a 2-block gap, and we're actually going to start the front of the next leg. So we're going to start from here like so, and all you're going to do now is literally replicate what we've already done, but sort of flip it so it's opposite, if that makes sense. So as you notice that all the patterns and all the blocks are in the opposite place to its counterpart. So yeah, and like I said, shortly coming up we're going to have our pause section. So remember, if you haven't followed along yet, you can pause it very shortly, and you can copy the whole pattern of both legs down if you're unsure of what's going on, and then unpause it and carry on watching the video. Really simple. So while you're building away, I'm going to actually waffle away and talk a load of nonsense. No, we're not really, we're going to actually talk about mobs, and this mob particularly at the minute. So while I was building this, I was actually going to put a sword in his hand as well, but I don't know, it didn't quite fit. It looked okay, but yeah, I just chose not to do it on this particular build. I mean, if you want to add the sword, then go ahead. The swords are relatively easy to build, but if that's something obviously you need help with, obviously let me know and I'll try my best to help you. But yeah, and as you can see in the background, actually, as we're doing this, the sort of backside of the legs, you can see there's another mob, and that is, yes, one of the new mobs, and it's the piglin. Is it the piglin? I think it's called the piglin, isn't he? But yeah, built him. I put a sword in his hand because it looks okay in his hand, because he's a bit of a bigger build, you see. So with this skeleton, because there's not really much to him, yeah, the sword just didn't work very well. So anyway, nevertheless, we didn't do it. So the piglin's actually going to be the next mob build that we've actually got in production. I've actually nearly finished that video, so it will be out fairly shortly. And then I'm thinking I've got the iron golem obviously to finish off, because that's all built now. It's just literally a matter of doing the video, or making the video and editing it. And then once we've done that, really, I mean, I'm really struggling now to think of any mobs that I haven't actually done. So as you know, some of the spider that you could see, I've had a few people asking for the cave spider or a normal spider. So you know, I have made a spider, but the color, it always boils down to the color, I'm afraid. I mean, I could make that spider or black, or I could just keep it as it is, but I need to know what you guys think more importantly, because I mean I can look at something and think, yeah, that looks alright, but with the spider I'm just sort of on the fence. I'm not sure whether I really like the coloration on it, and yeah, so you need to let me know. Do you like the colour on that? If not, I might have to just either scrap it or try something else instead. Anyway, back to the build. So we're actually nearly there now. We've got the legs sort of covered now. Once we've done the legs, we're going to get onto the sort of upper part of the body. So we're going to just start, like, carry on up and do the waist section, let's say. So you're going to start from this block here, and you're going to come out by one, and you're going to whip this all the way around. So it should be one block out from the legs all the way around. Okay, so this is going to be like the sort of waist section of the body, I guess, because there's not really much to this guy, is there? And we're going to go up by two. Okay, so two high all the way round, and it's out by one block. This pink is obviously there just to show you what's going on. Okay, and you're going to whack on this pattern. There we go, looking cool. So as you can see, I've added all the grid pattern on there as well, just so you can distinguish the difference between the colours, because there was a slight issue before with some of my builds where you couldn't see what's what. So yeah, I've made it a little bit easier for you this time around. So the sides you don't really need to worry too much about. That's why I sort of panned on round, because once you've done the front and the back, I've just put a little bit of black wool sort of in the centre. So as you can see, there's like a bank of 4 wool there, just to obviously the arms are going to be going there, so you don't really need to worry too much about them blocks, but it just looks nice from the inside once we've started building the body up. Right, so we're going to now do the spine. So from this wall section here, you're going to now place on black concrete, and then again you can either sort of copy along so you can clearly see on the base there what blocks I'm using, or you can just wait and get to the paws section, because I do actually do the paws as always, so then you can obviously build that pattern and then carry on to the next section. So I'll leave that up to you entirely. So going back to mobs, yeah, so once we've done the piglin, there obviously is the hoglin as well, which, see, the thing is I do want to build the hoglin, but the only problem that I can see with building this guy is you can notice that he's got like this long sort of snout, and the issue with that is it's at an angle, so it's very difficult, as you're aware, of trying to do angles in Minecraft. So I will give it a go. I'm not going to say I'm not, but I will give it a go, but I'm not sure how it's going to actually look and turn out. That's the only downside to it. If we could have like a nice smooth block that will do angles, that'd be ideal, but we ain't got that, I'm afraid, so we're just gonna have to sort of make do and see how it turns out. But really, you know, I think once we've done those 3 mobs, we're pretty much there. I think we've pretty much done every single mob. I don't know, you might have to let me know if I've missed one off, but I'm pretty confident that we've got them all now. Going back to the build quickly, so what you want to do is from the top you want to come down by 5 blocks, and once you've done that, place a black concrete like so. Then you want to miss a space and place another black block, and then go up to the very top and place another one. So really, if you start from the top and work your way down, you want to place 1 black concrete space, 1 black concrete space, 1 black concrete, and this is going to be the rib part, and you're going to do that on both sides like that. And once you've done that, we're now going to switch to some black wool, and we're going to come out by 2 all the way across. Okay, so that's sort of, yeah, it's the ribs. That's the easiest way to put it. And then we're going to leave it like that for a minute, so you should have something looking like that. And then we're going to now pretty much wrap it round to the front of the build, I guess. So you want to come out from each one and bring it across by 2, or yeah, like that. There we go. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it makes sense. And once you've done that, you're going to place on that block there. So you're going to come out by 2. So on that 3rd block, you're going to place this grid pattern. So remember, the pink blocks you're not actually building on there. They're just there just for me, just to make sure it doesn't confuse you, because in a minute when we get rid of them like that, you're going to see there's a lot of gaps, and it's very confusing if I was trying to show you, you know, what was going on there. Once you've done this, we're now going to actually build the arms. So from the top section here, you're going to do like a 4x4 grid, and you're going to come all the way down. And you don't really need to count this actually, you can just bring it all the way down to the base of your hip area there, okay? So from the top of the build all the way down to the hip. And once you've done that, you're going to whack on that pattern. Boo! Easy. And it's just a 4x4 block, so we don't need to worry about the side, because once you've done the back here now as well, it'll make that 4x4 arm structure, so you don't need to worry about it. There we go. And then all we're going to do is, yes, you've guessed it, pretty much replicate what we've done on the other side. So again, from the top of the ribs here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, so you should have 1 block gap either side. And then you're going to bring this line all the way down to the bottom of the sort of hip area, let's say. Okay, and that is the length of your arm, so you don't really need to worry about counting. And again, you're going to do that pattern. And all that pattern is really, it's the same pattern that's on the opposite side but flipped. And it looks nice. It looks fine like that. And then again, from the back, it's the same pattern but flipped from the left-hand side arm. Okay. So once you've done them, we're actually there. We're pretty much there. All you need to do is whack this baby's head on, and you have got yourself a wither skeleton. So here we go, without further ado. So you want to start from this section here and bring it out by 2. So start from the corner, bring it out by 2, and then you can just sort of line that up if you want. And again, don't worry about the pink, because I'm just showing you where to go. And then from the back, you want to overhang it by 2. So in total, it should be a 8 by 8 sort of square head, like that. Once you've done that, you're going to go from the side here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 by 8 by 8, I guess. Once you've done that, boo, whack on that little baby's head. There we go. Look at that. And I must admit, I did actually struggle trying to build this wither, because I didn't want to build it predominantly black, because the wither is black. It has a lot of black in it. But if you did that, it would, it didn't look right. So I had to then obviously add all these different types of greys in there. So there's just, there is a fair few colours, I must admit, but it has a nice effect to it. That's the main thing. It actually does represent the wither fairly well, I think. What do you think? And again, if you want to put a weapon of your choice in the hand of him, then by all means it'd be good. Do it. It might look good. I just chose not to. And then here we go. The final section, I'm just going to put on the head. And there you go. That, my friends, is how you build a wither skeleton. So congratulations if you've got to this point. You have got yourself, yep, there we go. And I'm just showing you underneath, actually. It's just all wool there. I've just placed all black wool on the underside of that. You don't really need to worry too much about that, because no one's going to see that. But there you go, look at that. Not bad. Not bad at all. Anyway, I've been zu-wii-mama. I hope you enjoyed that. And remember, this piglin, I've actually adjusted it slightly to what it looks like there, but it will be coming. I'll see you soon. Bye.